Next up at UFC 295, we have the new main event of the evening, the second title fight on the night. We have Jiri Prochazka taking on Alex Pereira. And if you see the names written out, there's all sorts of wild symbols above these last names. But this is for the light heavyweight championship of the world. Jiri Prochazka, 29-3 overall. He is 5-0 in his last 5. He's riding a 13-fight win streak. Coming back from an injury, if you remember, he beat Glover Teixeira. Was the light heavyweight champion of the world. And then just a few months later, when he was supposed to rematch, he blew out his shoulder. They said it was the worst.
He was scared.
Shoulder injury in the history of that doctor has ever seen.
Scared of my friend Glover.
He's taking on Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira, 8-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off a successful light heavyweight debut. As you know, Alex was the middleweight champion after knocking out Izzy late in the 5th round. Then he lost that belt back to Izzy and said, I am too old to be cutting all of this weight. Moved up to light heavyweight and is still somehow bigger than all of the other light heavyweights. This is a great fight. You could argue if this is I'm surprised this is the main event, only because the UFC says if there's 2 title fights, the heavier weight class is the main event. Oh, I guess you're right. That's interim. This is full blown.
There you go.
Because technically the light heavyweight
it's
belt,
pretty wild, yeah.
The light heavyweight belt went
on the countdown, on the UFC countdown, they do a good job of walking you through what's going on. This person had the belt, and then Jamal Hill had the belt, and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, because Glover won the belt from Jan Blachowicz. Then Glover fought Jiri Prochazka, lost the belt in the 5th round after beating the absolute shit out of Jiri Prochazka for 4.5 rounds. Then Jiri gave up the belt. And Glover, who was supposed to fight Jiri, fought
Jamal Hill.
Jamal Hill beat Glover. Belt to belt, beat him pretty good. Then Jamal Hill gets an injury. What did he injure?
Achilles.
His Achilles. So Jamal Hill is out, and now this is the light heavyweight.
And he didn't have the same surgery Aaron Rodgers had, apparently, because Aaron Rodgers is about to start playing. That's great. That is fucking insane. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Jesus Christ. Sometimes you think life is just like a simulation. You see something like that, it's how's that even? That's like a 9 month to a year injury. It's been 6-7 weeks, and the guy's out there just throwing a football. I'll be back soon.
He actually looks super normal.
It's
Jesus. He's a specimen. Anyway,
maybe Jiri had that for his shoulder.
Well, speaking of specimens, Jiri Prochazka is a specimen. They said it was the worst. This is an actual quote from the UFC about the doctor. It is the worst shoulder injury they have ever seen. And this dude was doing workouts live on Instagram 3 weeks later. Nothing happened. It made no sense. There was a whole bunch of conspiracy theories floating out talking about, it was to avoid USADA, all this other bull. I don't believe any of it. I do think he had a shoulder injury. I don't think it was as bad as they said it was. And, now he's healed up. But if you believe it is the worst shoulder injury that doctor has ever seen, then you believe he's coming back a little too soon. And that could be a factor here. But Jiri Prochazka is an animal. He's going to come forward. He's going to string. He's going to swing wild. This guy gets dropped. He gets hit. He gets beat up. And he always finds a way to win. He continues to come forward. He continues to bomb away. He's got very real power in his hands. Decent grappling. Glover out-wrestled him. But Jiri Prochazka's cardio stayed true. He was there. He was ready to go. Glover made one mistake at the midpoint of the 5th round.
No. Well, it was the midpoint. It was kind of the midpoint, but I forgot how even close that fight was to being over before this. There was 48 seconds left or something when he got that submission. It was oh my God. The worst part is when he went for that guillotine. I think it was DC was no, because DC loves Glover, man. And Glover was on his way to win, not only winning that fight, but getting a finish, a 5th round finish at 40 years old to get the belt or defend the belt. Oh my God. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Glover pulled guard, made a mistake, and Jiri, never out of a fight, has the cardio, made it happen, finished, submitted Glover. Glover was really just exhausted. It wasn't a skill gap. Was just exhausted and submitted him and got that win. And it just shows you how durable, how tough. And I think it was Robert Whitaker this week was talking about Jiri just finds a way to win. That guy's ability to win fights.
He's like the Eli Manning
Yeah, sure.
I mean, Eli was not a good quarterback, but that dude just fucking just won all the time, man. It's crazy.
Figured it out. When he's taking on Alex Pereira, who had a similar story, right? Was losing to Izzy, was probably going to lose a 3-2 decision, maybe even a 4-1 decision. Found that 5th round knockout and got it done. But Alex Pereira, as we all know, very accomplished kickboxer, 2 weight class division champion in Glory Kickboxing. Glory Kickboxing is,
Glory
Kickboxing is the highest level.
Let's try and spit this out. I just ordered my Chipotle, so let's try and fucking finish this.
So anyway, Alex Pereira, very, very high level kickboxer, only has 10 fights in MMA. He's already a former middleweight world champion, could potentially lead this fight light heavyweight world champion. 2 division champion in 11 fights would be absolutely insane. But he's exactly that, a nasty kickboxer who is looking to evolve his takedown defense. He took down Israel Adesanya. This whole thing, the very simplest of breakdowns is Jiri Prochazka gets hit, and he gets hit often. Alex Pereira might be the hardest. He was definitely the hardest hitting middleweight, might be the hardest hitting light heavyweight now. That's as simple as the breakdown can get. With that being said, I've gone back and forth. I literally had Jiri picked in my notes, ready to go, and then I flipped it to Alex because I was like, I don't need to overcomplicate this. Jiri is coming back after what's supposed to be a very bad shoulder injury. Jiri, even before the shoulder injury, got hit like crazy. And yes, he can grapple, but he doesn't grapple all the time. It's not like he goes out there looking to wrestle. He goes out there looking to strike, and Alex Pereira is not the guy you're trying to strike with. We have seen Alex knocked out, though. Out cold. We have seen him knocked out. Jiri could do that as well. This could be exactly like the Dominic Reyes fight. Dominic Reyes pieced up Jiri, had him rocked all the things, and then got knocked out. It could be that. I'm going to go Alex. Literally just because one guy is insanely hittable, the other guy's an insanely accomplished kickboxer. But this could be very different than that. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I'm a Jiri hater. I mean, I was a Jalton hater leading up to last week for months and months and months, and that turned out to be absolutely true. I'm an Erin Blanchfield hater. I think we've known at this point now that she is absolutely a fraud, and she will be fully exposed in the near future. I think Jiri is not as good as people say. I mean, he is tough. The guy's tough as shit. He's a powerful guy. He can knock out anyone, right? And if Jiri comes in, throws a wild shot, and knocks out Alex, not going to be surprised, right? I've seen Alex get knocked out, as you mentioned. I mean, that definitely is. I'm not obscure to the idea that Jiri comes in and knocks this guy out. I've seen it happen. So yeah, he can knock this guy out. But when it comes to just pure striking, Jiri is just not good. He just has unorthodox striking, and his striking defense is just kind of lean forward and just eat shots with his forehead. Not a good strategy. I mean, I guess it works until it doesn't, right? And we've seen that time and time again with these Iron Chins, the Drew Dovers, and all these people that come in and you have a great chin until you don't. And if you're going to come up against anybody after a layoff and test that chin again, because we saw Glover, even Glover, old man Glover, and I know Glover's got crazy power, that dude had him out. Not only did he have him out, he had him rocked a couple times. We've seen the leaking of the ship in Jiri. It hasn't been an iron chin, untouchable. I can eat everything like Steve Ercik. Right, Steve Ercik at this point has shown no leaking of the chin. The ship is good to go. We've seen kind of the cracks. We've seen the crevices of Jiri's chin start to fade. And against a guy like Alex Pereira, if he touches it, I think he can put him all the way out. Now, everyone else is going to be like, what about Alex's chin? I just explained. Of course, he can get knocked out as well. I just believe in a technical striking match, Alex will find the shot before Jiri can find the shot. He's a little bit more... kind of takes his time. I think the over is a decent play here. I think they both kind of feel each other out, especially Jiri coming off the layoff. They both are going to respect each other. This could go a lot longer than people think. If it keeps going longer, I think it's going to favor a guy like Jiri. But if they're just going to stand in front of each other, Joe Rogan said it. You cannot stand in front of this man. Either one of these guys can knock each other out. I'm not like super worried about the wrestling from Jiri. I just don't see him doing that. He doesn't seem like a guy that's going to come in and wants to win that way. You saw him getting in a brawl with Glover, and he kind of stayed in that brawl, really try to embrace that brawl. I'm going Alex here. I think he can find the shot before Jiri can, but I mean, this is a close fight, and everyone's going to act like a genius afterwards for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I want Alex to win because I just think that's an awesome plot line. Glover's best friend.
And I can't wait, by the way.
avenges the
I know, like, one of the biggest fights that people love watching is like a Chimaev fight, like the lead up to a Chimaev fight, and then you see him in the octagon. It kind of just feels different. Do you agree? Like, it's like, oh my god, you don't know what's about to happen.
Diving at legs.
Yeah, when you have an Alex Pereira fight and he's just fucking standing there, stone faced in the octagon, staring at the other guy. That's like one of those like goosebump moments. Like, oh shit, like here we go. And I can't wait, man. It's gonna be this whole card is gonna be absolutely incredible. I think, especially after last week. This is going to be some fun fights. This is going to be a fun fight. I can't wait to spend my Saturday night on the couch with you.
Under the blanket. You love your blanket.
We might have to invest in a heated one.
Anyway, I agree. I'm looking forward to this fight. And one of the clips I saw on YouTube this week is, I guess Alex Pereira is a giant Pikachu fan. And there's just clips of him. Yeah, there's just clips of him doing that.
When he pulls the best way when he pulls, he's like, Pikachu.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It makes no sense because every moment outside of that, he looks exactly like this.
He started crying on the embedded. He just got inducted to the Glory Hall of Fame, and he was I don't know if it was at his house or at Glover's house, but they were watching it together, and he started like tearing up. It was kind of cool to see him get like that emotional about that. Glover got up, gave him a big hug. Huh?
He didn't go to his own induction?
No, it was like, I think they were announcing that he was going to be inducted. You know, the UFC announces.
Yeah.
So I think, and they put him on like the little plaque. So I'm sure they might have some sort of ceremony for him, but I think it was just like an announcement thing.
Yeah, it's better for the division.
It just happened last week. What do you want? I mean, he's training.
I don't know. I'm rooting for Alex, but it's actually better for the division if Jiri wins. Younger.
I think it doesn't matter.
As long as Alex will stick around for a little bit, because he's
either fight
36.
versus Jamal Hill is going to be fantastic when Jamal comes back.
Jamal Hill's the better striker than both of them, but Alex has that big boy power.
Whoa.
Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, guys. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. It's only $10 a month.
Get me to Brazil, man. I mean, the amount of stuff, man.
The amount of stuff you get for that $10 is absolutely.
Guys, I'll be honest with you. I'm just in this shit for the fucking clout. And I want to just bang the hottest girls imaginable, and I need your help. And when it happens, I'll tell you all. I'll sit here on the stream, tell you all about it. You guys can live vicariously through me, become premium. Follow me on my socials.
Wear a GoPro. Follow our socials. The Discord is 100% free. We plug a lot of premium. Obviously, that's what keeps the lights on here. But the Discord is 100% free. The link to that Discord is in the description, or if you go to our website, there's a big button that says join the Discord. It is free. Hop in. Obviously, there are channels that are not free, but the general chat and a bunch of other chats are free. Hop in there. Meet the crew. Become a premium member. You're going to get the detailed data, metrics, and analytics. You're going to get the line movement tracker that's going to give you the opening odds, the current odds, the win probability. You're going to get more than just me and Jakey Boy. We've added the MMA Minute, who's giving you his picks, bets, information, and leans. You're going to get Running Mouth MMA, who's going to give you their picks, bets, information, and leans. Artem, who's giving you picks, bets, information, leads, not just for UFC, but every promotion. And the Pick Doctor, who is an AI, or a person that has developed an AI to pick fights and went 8-1 last week. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. It is only $10 a month.
Any last words? Yeah, Lock of the Week video is already live. So, and by the way, all of that, the video, everything I do for Lock of the Week is 100% free. Has nothing to do with premium. But if you support the work, if you like the videos, because I too put a lot of work, and I got something special for next week. But if you just want to support just me individually and all the work I do for Lock of the Week, just become a premium member and you can get stuff back in return. So I appreciate all the support, though. All the likes. You guys show that video so much love, and I really do appreciate that. All the love you guys show on the channel in general. I mean, we grow at a crazy rate. All the existing premium members, everyone that, even if you're not a premium member, you just show up, you're in the live chat, you're liking the stream, you're just hanging out, you are that view for us, that subscriber. We appreciate you guys as well, man. It's quite the journey, and we're just getting started, man.
No, 100%. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you later this week and then Saturday for the vlog.